Hello my dear students, welcome to this new class, and I am going to discuss some typical problems which often comes to various competitive exams. So let's begin. In problem 1, two circuits are given and there are 4 options. Now if you closely watch the circuits, both goes to infinity. Now if we take a close look to this first circuit, this section, these two resistances, this 1 ohm and this 1 ohm, these two resistances make identical appearances up to infinity. This part is identical to this part, is identical to this part, and this goes on up to infinity. Now if we first consider the total equivalent resistance of the whole circuit as X, and if we temporarily remove one section, that will not affect the total resistance. Because this circuit goes to infinity, there are very large number of those sections, identical sections. If you only remove one section, that will not affect the total resistance. That means we can draw its equivalent circuit like this. This is terminal A and B. This is 1 ohm, this is 1 ohm, and the remaining part is equal to X. This is X, because only if you remove one section, the remaining part also is equal to X, that is equal to the total resistance. Because there are so many resistances in this circuit, if you only remove one section, that will not affect the total resistance. So now you can easily calculate the equivalent resistance of these two, because these two are in parallel connection. So the equivalent resistance of these two is, by shortcut method, product of the resistances over sum of the resistances. So the equivalent of these two is this, and this resistance is in series with this 1 ohm. So that means the final equivalent resistance will be this resistance plus that 1 ohm resistance. Simply algebraic sum, because these two resistances are in series. So this will equal to 2x plus 1 by x plus 1, and this result is equal to the total resistance of the circuit, because if you remove only one section, that will not significantly affect the total resistance. That means this is equal to X. Now let's solve this equation. So this will be like this, and by Siddharacharya you can find out the value of X as this. That means 1 plus minus root 5 by 2 ohm. Now if you consider the second circuit, if the total equivalent resistance of the circuit is assumed as Y, and if you temporarily remove this section, you can easily find that all these sections are identical, and these identical sections goes up to infinity. So if you only remove one section, that will not significantly affect the total resistance. That means if you remove this one, this remains also Y. So its equivalent resistance circuit, if its equivalent circuit is drawn, these are terminals C and D. This is 1 ohm, here 1 ohm, and this part is equal to Y. In this case, these two resistances are in series. That means the equivalent resistance is 1 plus Y, and this 1 plus Y is in parallel with this 1 ohm. That means the final equivalent resistance will be product of the two over sum of the two. That means 1 plus Y by 2 plus Y, and this is equal to the total resistance of the circuit, because that removal of one section will not affect the total resistance because it goes to infinity. If you only remove one section, that will not affect so much. So it is equal to Y. We can write down. So it is equal to Y square plus 2Y is equal to 1 plus Y. Finally, the equation comes Y square plus Y minus 1. So by Sridharacharya, it will be equal to So clearly this resistance is less than this resistance, that value is less than this value. That means X greater than Y, and in this case X represents the equivalent resistance of the circuit between the terminals AB. That means resistance across AB is greater than, this represents the resistance across CD, that means R CD. So the option 4 is the correct option. In the second problem, this type of circuit is given and we are asked the equivalent circuit across AB. There are 4 options. Now in this type of circuits, first we have to disconnect this junction, and the equivalent circuit will be like this. Here we have disconnected that junction. In this case, these two 4 ohm resistances are in series, so the equivalent resistance of these two will be 8. This 8 is in parallel connection with this 4. That means these 3 resistances will make a total equivalent circuit of this, because in parallel connection, in shortcut method, we can calculate the equivalent resistance like this, product of the resistances by sum of the resistances, and that will be equal to 32 upon 12. That means 8 by 3 ohm. So these 3 resistances will make a total equivalent resistance of 8 by 3 ohm. With this 8 by 3, these two resistances are in series because this is the same circuit which contains this 4, this 8 by 3 and this 4. So the total equivalent resistance of this part from here to there, the total equivalent resistance will be 8 by 3, this is 8 by 3 plus 4 plus 4. That means 8 plus 12 plus 12 upon 3. That means 32 upon 3 ohm. That means from here to here the total equivalent resistance will be 32 by 3. If you consider these two junctions AB, there are now three resistances. One resistance is 4 ohm, the other one is these two resistances which are in series connection, that means 4 plus 4, 8. So 8, 4 and that 32 by 3. So the final equivalent resistance will be final equivalent circuit will be like this. These are the two junctions A and B. Here it is 32 by 3 ohm. This is 8 ohm and this is 4 ohm. All these three are parallel connection. So 1 by R is equal to 1 by this, that means 3 upon 32 plus 1 by this plus 1 by 4. So LCM is 32, 3 plus 4 plus 8. That means 1 by R is equal to 15 upon 32. That means R is equal to 32 upon 15. That means the option C is the correct option. So in this type of circuit, you have to first disconnect this junction so that the equivalent circuit can be formed with certain parts which are in parallel and series connection with each other. The next problem is like this. 4 resistances are connected in this pattern with a battery. Now in this case the requirement is the total current supplied by the battery, which supplies a voltage of 6 volt. Now if you closely watch this circuit, then you have to take these 2 points as reference points. First of all, these 2 points, this A and B, are actually the same point. Since there is no resistance, so we can assume that the potential at A and potential at B are same. So these 2 points are actually can be considered as one point, one single point, and this is another single point. So these 2 resistances, the one end of each of these 2 resistances are connected at the same position, the other 2 ends are connected at the same positions. That means these 2 resistances are in parallel connection, and to one end of that connection this 4 ohm is connected. That means it is in series because it is connected to one end of that connection. First we draw these 3 ohm and 6 ohm resistances which are in parallel connection. Then to that connection this resistance is in series. This 4 ohm is in series. And finally one end of this 3 ohm is connected to that common point. That means here the other end is connected to 4 ohm. That means this 3 ohm is in parallel to the total equivalent resistance of these three resistances. So this point is A and this point is C, and the battery is connected between A and C. Okay, so this is the equivalent circuit of this given circuit. Now first you have to calculate these two resistances. The equivalent of these two is very simple, product of the resistances by sum of the resistances. That means 18 by 9, that is 2 ohm. With 2, this 4 is in series, that means the equivalent resistance is 6 ohm. So this part yields the product 6 ohm resistance. This 6 ohm resistance and this 3 ohm resistance are in parallel. So the equivalent resistance is product of the resistances by sum of the resistances, that means 18 upon 9, that means 2 ohm, and the battery delivers a voltage of 6 volt. So definitely current will be voltage delivered by the total equivalent resistance, that means 2 ohm. So it will be 3 ampere. That means the option C is the correct option. The next problem is a graphical one, and in this problem voltage against current graph is shown, where two straight lines lie at an angle of theta. First straight line lies at an angle of theta with current axis, the second straight line lies at an angle of theta with voltage axis. Now we know that in voltage against current graph, the slope represents resistance, because R is equal to V by I. This is the slope in this graph. Now the required is, this resistance is at temperature T1, this resistance is at temperature T2, and this difference between the two temperatures T2 minus T1 is proportional to what? There are 4 options. Now at first we actually know that resistance changes with temperature of the conductor, and the type in which, pattern in which the resistance changes with temperature is represented by this type of equation, where RT is the resistance at temperature T and R0 is the RT is the resistance at temperature T and R0 is the resistance at 0 degree Celsius, and this alpha refers the change in the resistance when we change the temperature. That means this is the comparison between the change in resistance with change in temperature. It is called temperature coefficient of resistance. So in this case, if we take this resistance as R1 and this resistance as R2, then we can simply write R2 is equal to R0 into 1 plus alpha T1, R1 is equal to R0 into 1 plus alpha T2. If we subtract this relation, this second equation from first equation, then we get R2 minus R1 is equal to R0 into this. That means R0 into alpha into T2 minus T1. This will be T2 and this will be T1. So T2 minus T1 is equal to R2 minus R1 by R0 alpha. Now when we change the temperature, the resistances change accordingly. So these R2 and R1 are different from R0, but R0 is constant, and alpha for a certain material by which the conductor is made is also constant. So this part is constant. Now what is R2? R2 is the slope of this straight line. Now slope is the tangent of the angle made by the straight line with positive x-axis. But here the angle is made with the y-axis, vertical axis. So we have to change it. If it is theta, then it is 90 minus theta. So that means R2 is equal to tan 90 minus theta minus R1. That means the slope of this straight line, that is tan theta. This is cot. Now this is cos by sine and this is sine by cos. So by calculating this, we get T2 minus T1 is equal to cos square minus sine square in the numerator. In the denominator, R0 alpha into sine theta cos theta. If you multiply up and down with 2, you will get this one as cos 2 theta and this will be sine 2 theta. That means 2 by R0 alpha into cot 2 theta. This part is constant, so we can easily write as T2 minus T1 is proportional to cot 2 theta. That means option C is the correct option. The next problem shows this type of circuit where 5 resistances each has a value of 1 ohm are connected in this manner, and the required is the equivalent resistance between the points A and B. Here are the options. 4 options are there. Now if we closely watch this circuit, we can see that this point to this point, one end of each of these 2 resistances are connected and the other 2 ends are connected together. That means these 2 resistances are in parallel. Similarly, these 2 resistances are also in parallel because this point is connected to one end of these 2, the other 2 ends are connected together. That means these 2 are also in parallel. And this middle one, this end is connected to this point A, this terminal is connected to this point B. That means this middle one of 1 ohm is also connected in parallel with these 2 sections. So we can write the equivalent of this circuit. First, these 2 are in parallel. Similarly, these 2 are in parallel, but these 2 are in series. These 2 sections are in series. here it is A, terminal A, and here it is terminal B, and to terminal A and B this middle one is connected. The two terminals of this middle one end is connected to A, the other one is connected to B. That means to A and B this middle one of 1 ohm is connected. This is 1, 1 and this one. So you can easily calculate this, the equivalent of these two. This is, since these are in parallel connection, that means product by sum, that is half ohm. This also yields the product of half ohm. These two half ohm are in series, that means the equivalent of these two sections is half plus half, simple algebraic sum, that is 1 ohm. This 1 ohm is connected to this 1 ohm in parallel. That means the final equivalent resistance will be product by sum, that means half ohm. So the option A is the correct option. So viewers, if you get benefited from this type of problems, please subscribe my channel so that you can get more and more this type of problems. Watch this video. Please share and subscribe my channel and like my videos. Thank you.